Hi, good morning everybody. It's Jonathan live from Studio B, and I figured I would use this as a format to make a couple of really important announcements about some of our facilities and some of the changes that are going on. Let me start with ORCA House. I'm really excited to announce that we have found a new location for ORCA House. We'll be located at 3000 Euclid Avenue, which is right on the Health Line in downtown Cleveland. So we'll be moving that residential operation there probably around April 1st is my expectation, somewhere between January 1st and April 1st, but I think it's going to be towards the far end of that time frame. We're currently waiting for architectural plans, the permits and zoning and so on and so forth in the city of Cleveland. Just as an aside, I previously announced that the Cleveland Clinic purchased the old ORCA House facility. I hear there's a rumor that's been rumbling around that Signature Health in total has been purchased by the Cleveland Clinic. That's not true. It's simply that the ORCA House building was purchased actually back when we merged with Connections and ORCA House and Family Planning was when that whole transaction took place. Nonetheless, in our new facility, we're really excited that there's going to be additional bed space. Right now, ORCA House has 16 beds for men and 12 beds for women, and that will move to 18 beds for men and 18 beds for women, all housed in one location on multiple floors. So look forward to additional announcements and hopefully a ribbon cutting in the spring for that one. The second announcement I have is that we have finally found a new location for our Painesville operation. We've been looking around for some time. We have been okay in our current office space there in terms of being able to have enough room to operate, but we knew that coming soon, we wanted to be able to add additional services there, add dental, for example, and potentially vision and things like that. But also, we wanted to make sure that we consolidated the space with family planning and the rest of the primary care operation so that it was a lot more efficient and that we worked better together with our colleagues at Family Planning. Turns out that the building that we purchased to move into is the building where Family Planning is currently. The address is 54 South State Street there in Painesville, and we will now be able to have that entire building. As you know, the VA moved out and Lifeline is going to be relocating. So it's really going to give us a dramatically increased footprint there in Painesville. The building has roughly 25,000 square feet, so I'm really looking forward to that. In terms of the timeline, I think that that's going to take the better part of 2020 before we actually close on the building, prints, and so on and so forth. So I wouldn't look for a move there for at least a year. Fortunately, we have over a year on our current lease in Painesville, so we have a little bit of time, but that'll be largely a 2020 project. Last, but certainly not least, is I wanted to make sure everybody was aware that we have a residential facility coming in Mentor. The address is 7621 Mentor Avenue. Very hard to find. It was an old brewing company, which I think is absolutely ironic that it's now going to be a treatment facility. It sits back behind Wendy's, if you're familiar with the Mentor Avenue area there, not far from the mall. That will be a 16-bed facility, and we've been asked by the Mental Health Board to be able to provide medication-assisted residential treatment there, which we'll do, and it will also give us the ability, with the appropriate staffing and nursing coverage, if we need to be able to do some detox services there as well. Speaking of staff, that'll be an obvious growth opportunity for us, so there'll be new positions there. If residential is something that you've wanted to try or wanted to do something a little bit differently, stay tuned for some of the job postings and announcements for that. That building is currently under construction, and I expect that we will be able to go live with an operation there probably right around January 1st is what I'm expecting at this point. So again, look for announcements both on job postings, but obviously ribbon cutting and our opportunity to have a fuller continuum of care for medication-assisted treatment. So those are my big three announcements. Again, we're moving ORCA House to 3000 Euclid Avenue. Painesville finally has a new home at 54 South State Street. And last but certainly not least, we have residential medication-assisted treatment coming here to Lake County in a couple of months. Thanks so much, and hope that you are as excited about this announcement as I am. Have a great day.